Most people use AI like a search engine. You type something in, you get something back, you move on. But if you're a chaos magic practitioner, there's a better way to think about what's actually happening when you work with a language model. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Today, I want to talk about 3 things: why AI and sigilization are doing the same thing, how to build a context document that works like a grimoire, and how you can actually code custom tools for your practice, even if you've never written a line of code in your life. Austin Osman Spare's sigilization process has 4 stages. You formulate an intent, you abstract it through reduction so the ego can no longer read it clearly, you charge it in gnosis, and then you forget it. The release is as important as the charge. Now think about what happens when you sit down with a focused intent and craft a prompt for an AI. The prompt is the statement of intent. The same discipline applies. Precision, clarity, no ego noise contaminating the signal. The LLM is the sigilization engine. It's processed the entire written corpus of human thought and compressed it into statistical relationships. When you feed your intent in, it doesn't return your words back to you. It returns a recombination, something that's passed through the deepest cut-up machine ever built and come out transformed. Burroughs and Geisine understood that cutting up text and rearranging it could crack open meaning the linear mind couldn't reach. The language model is doing this at a scale they couldn't have imagined. And the session end? The AI doesn't remember. When you close the window, it forgets. The release happens automatically, built into the architecture. I don't mean this metaphorically. This is structurally precise to what AI is doing. Comparatively, here's a problem every serious AI practitioner runs into. Every session starts from 0. You spend time re-establishing context, reteaching your symbolic vocabulary, reorienting the AI around your framework, and then the session ends and it's all gone. The solution is a context document, a structured written articulation of your system, your cosmological framework, your symbolic vocabulary, your key concepts and how they connect, that you load into every session. This isn't teaching the AI new information. The AI already knows a lot about Kabbalah, chaos magic, Jungian psychology, whatever traditions you work with. What it doesn't know is how you connect them, what your system is, what your specific vocabulary means. A context document orients the AI's existing knowledge around your framework. Sessions with it loaded are qualitatively different from sessions without it. The AI starts thinking within your system rather than around it. I've been developing mine for a few years now. It covers my full cosmological framework, what I call the Magick system. And when I work with it loaded, the responses engage with my actual practice rather than generic defaults. The book I want to share with you at the end of the video goes into exactly how to build one. But the principle is, write it like you're explaining your system to a knowledgeable colleague who needs to understand your specific approach. Then load it, then iterate. The third thing I want to talk about is something most people haven't considered yet: using AI to actually build tools for your practice. Not using AI as a tool, using AI to make tools. This is something I've been doing, building custom applications that serve my specific practice. You describe what you want the tool to do in plain language, the AI generates the code, and you end up with something that works exactly the way your system works. Not someone else's system, yours. A sigil generator built around your own method. A lunar and planetary cycle tracker that surfaces what kinds of workings are aligned with the current moment according to your specific framework. An interactive version of your cosmological system that you can actually query. The AI does the coding. You provide the design brief, which is just a precise statement of intent for a tool. Same discipline as everything else. This is the difference between using AI as a tool and using AI to build tools. Once you cross that line, the possibilities expand considerably. I've written all of this up: the sigil pipeline, the context document approach, the tool building practice, plus shadow work through image generation, music as hypersigil, hallucination as a deliberate oracular technique, and a lot more, in the 2nd edition of Hacking Reality. It's available now on Ko-fi. Pay what you want, including nothing. Link is in the description. The prompt is the statement of intent. The AI is the sigilization engine. The book explains the rest. Before we go, a quick note about the music in this video. I asked the music generator for a slow, ambient instrumental track. No lyrics, no vocals, just atmosphere. What you're about to hear wasn't in the prompt. Around 5.5 minutes in, the generator hallucinated vocals. Lyrics it produced on its own, at the point where the generation went slightly wrong. This is something I talk about in the book. When an AI generates something you didn't ask for, something that arrives through the gap in the process, that output can be read as an oracle rather than an error. Not always, but sometimes.